Justin Herbert, now 245 pounds. 6'6", 245. A photo can move. A photo has surfaced of him looking like a fucking avatar. This dude, everybody's saying he's jacked and he's yoked. Sean Merriman said Herbert might be able to take a couple reps for Bosa. He might be standing next to somebody who's the same size as Romulus Roy, but that dude looks like an infant next to Justin Herbert, who's got his hair all the way back and has been hitting the weight room all offseason. I like seeing these body transformations once guys understand what the NFL calls for, what the NFL takes. How do I become better? Justin Herbert said, boom! Let me go ahead and fucking eat as many protein bars as Bryson DeChambeau and become a freak. I'm happy for Herbert. I'm happy for the Chargers here.
I'm happy too because it's something that like you can work on, like your durability. It's something you can do. You got to maximize whatever it is. Like I say all the time, like it's a skill. Like durability is a skill that you can work on and you can hone. There's obviously things you are out of your control in crazy fluke injuries, but day to day, like if you're consistent with it and you build up enough muscle to where you can last through the whole season, I think it's awesome. And he looks like what a quarterback in LA should look like. He looks. Oh, there we go. There's our movie character if we were going to cast a guy to play the quarterback for a Los Angeles football team.
A little Captain America dropping in to be the quarterback of the Chargers with incredible hair. And, I think my big takeaway from this, and you heard it in Bourne when he was talking about Mac Jones, he lost his stomach. When I would come back after the offseason to training camp, everybody knew immediately whether or not I'd been working or care at all about football, right? I mean, everybody, if I come in at 250, if I come in at 230, it's so I'm almost trying to get in shape so that when I come back, people are like, okay, this guy was obviously attentive and cares about himself and thinks about the team in the offseason. That's a massive deal that his teammates are seeing Mac, and they're like, all right, Mac obviously dialed in the diet, the workout, fully focused on us being the best we could possibly be. And Herbert is obviously doing the same exact thing. That's great leadership, AJ. Great leadership. Without being around or talking, being able to see what leadership is, what the standard is massive for both of these cultures.
Well, don't you think it's cool to see in Herbert? We talk about like leadership and how there's different types of leadership. We all know that. There's rah-rah guys. There's quiet, like lead by example people that might pull people aside. I don't know exactly what leader Herbert is, but Herbert he is so secure in himself. He doesn't feel like he has to be fake and like call in fake huddles and bring the camera in. I like that about him. I think his teammates probably like and respect that the most. He feels like, hey, he's authentic. He could sit there and try to get in front of the camera and show that, oh, no, I'm not like this quiet guy and people think I'm not a great leader. I'm going to go show the camera and make some weird dance and then say, oh, this guy really has control of the team. Like, no, he's just being him. I feel like his teammates and coaches absolutely responded. They seem to love the dude.
And if you win, by the way, everybody loves you.
That's all that matters.
Everybody
you
loves
could be
you
4'6" quarterback in the NFL, look like whatever you want to look like. If you can win games, people do not care.
It's gonna be hard to get a job 4'6".
For sure. It's gonna be an uphill battle.
But once you get in there, you start winning some games. Hey, the next 4'5" quarterback is gonna say.
Sure.
Hey, that 4'6" guy was able to do it. I'll be able to do it. Mm-hmm. That's all it takes. But if the Chargers, how long do you think the Chargers have, before they got to win that people...
Do they have to win it all?
No, I don't think they're going to win it all, right? I mean, it's going to be tough in the AFC.
Make a run.
Especially in the AFC West with how good that team is. But they're going to have to go, right? And I know Staley had his first year last year. And the year before that, they had like 6 games they could have won. They fucked up. They just fucked it up at the end. That was Herbert's rookie year. Now he's in his second year. 2 different staffs, 2 different operations. But all these high hopes. I mean, Peter King's got him the number 2 team in the NFL behind the Buffalo Bills. A lot of people view him that way. And they're now in the top... 8 or top 6 odds to win the Super Bowl? I mean, that's huge for a team that hasn't made the playoffs, right? A couple years in a row. I don't know when the tide will turn, but I'm loving the Chargers right now.
Yeah, and with how much steam they have going into this year, I would assume like it's not maybe not Super Bowl, maybe not AFC Championship, but if they don't make it, to at least like the divisional round or get one of those buys in the first round of the playoffs, I think people would be massively disappointed.
Staley's still going to go for, is he still going to be the no risk?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think he's going to change.
I don't know. He seems like a guy that, I don't know. I mean, doesn't he even say, though, about like situations or situation? Like he decides in the moment for every single, like he's not just going off a book. Like he's trusting instincts, too, at the same time, I think.
Yeah, he said, I come from the Bruce and Linda Staley coaching tree, so that's where I make my decision. His dad was a high school football coach, I think, for a long time. And he said he wants to have an exciting brand of football too. Like he wants their fans to know we are an exciting brand of football. That's an actual thought. That's marketing and strategy being in the same vein, which is good, especially if you're in a new city. And that city has a team that won the fucking Super Bowl in that city last year. That's going to be tough. But if you win, you win. You win over fans, especially in LA. Bandwagoners everywhere. But I hope he's still exciting. But there are some decisions he made where everybody that knows the NFL was like, was the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah.
I mean, was the upside anywhere near what inevitably ended up happening? Because there was like 4 to 5 that were terrible for them.
Mm-hmm.
There was 3 to 4 that were great for them, but those 4 to 5 that are terrible, it almost sucks the entire juice, not only out of your team, but out of your fan, out of everybody. It's like, no. Every fake punt is a great fake punt if it works. Every fake field goal is a great fake field goal if it works. Gadget plays, same exact thing. If they work, it's perfect. If they don't, why are you doing all that? That's where they fell last year a lot. So I think he'll dial it back, maybe be a little bit more calculated in what he goes for and what he doesn't go for. But that exciting brand of football is something they're aiming to do. So I don't think it's going anywhere for a while.
You know what else is exciting is, scoring points and winning games. And as we've talked about on this show, 3 points is more than 0 points. It's not more than 6 or 7 potentially, even 8 on sometimes.
Yeah, it'll always be 3 will always be less than 6 or 7 or 8, which is a problem.
But always more than 0.
Well,
how about that?
Yes, that's true.